Dear finance professionals and students, welcome to podcast of Fca Deepak Rao, a practicing chartered accountant. Daily news and updates for 16th April 2025. BC Jindal Group is set to invest Rs 15,000 crore by 2030 to manufacture renewable energy components like solar cells, modules, battery storage and solar glass. The initial phase involves a Rs 4,000 crore investment to establish manufacturing units aiming to support India's 500 gigawatt renewable energy target. Fitch Ratings suggests that RBI's draft guidelines for gold-backed loans will enhance regulatory clarity and compliance, though increasing operational complexity, especially for smaller NBFIs. The proposals aim to reduce uncertainty and strengthen oversight in the fast-growing gold loan segment. While large gold loan specialists are well positioned to adjust, the rules could slow loan approvals and raise costs, particularly in rural areas. SBI's board has approved a restructuring package for Rashtriya Ispat Nigam or RINL, paving the way for other government lenders to follow suit. The plan includes lower margin money and reduced interest rates, made possible by recent capital infusion from the central government. In response to mounting confusion among apartment dwellers and resident welfare associations or RWAs over GST applicability on monthly maintenance charges, the Ministry of Finance and Corporate Affairs has issued a detailed clarification. The clarification underscores that RWAs are not required to register for GST or pay the tax if their aggregate annual turnover is below Rs 20 lakh, even if the monthly maintenance collected per apartment exceeds Rs 7,500. In contrast, if both conditions are met, that is, the monthly charges exceed Rs 7,500 per member and the annual turnover crosses Rs 20 lakh, GST at 18% will be applicable on the entire amount, not just the excess. For instance, if an RWA charges Rs 9,000 per flat per month and is registered under GST due to its turnover, the full Rs 9,000 is subject to GST, not merely the Rs 1,500 above the threshold. India and the United States have finalized the terms of reference for the initial phase of a bilateral trade agreement, Reuters reported, citing an Indian trade official. The two nations had earlier agreed in February to collaborate on the first stage of the trade pact, aiming to finalize it by the end of this year. The broader goal is to boost bilateral trade to $500 million by 2030. The move comes amid recent trade tensions between the two countries, particularly the imposition of 26% reciprocal tariffs on Indian goods by the US earlier this month. Deal activity in the domestic consumer and retail markets rose to a 3-year high in the first quarter of calendar year 2025 as investors backed brands that merged tradition with innovation. Topping the deal charts in the March quarter were $2 billion deals. PE player Temasek's $1 billion investment in Haldiram Snack Foods for a 10% stake in the company, and Wilmar International's $1.4 billion investment to increase its shareholding in Adani Wilmar on the M&A side. The mega deals signal growing investor confidence in India's food processing sector. This podcast is sponsored by Sound of CA. We share because we care. Vande Mataram, Jai Hind.